things here, and I've seen you conduct before, and you've made dramatic improvements in the way that you move, so bravo for that. There's one little thing I'm going to ask the players. Do you sense a challenge here between him and you? I'm wondering if you've picked up. It's crystal clear to us. Do you know what's going on? He's conducting behind you the entire time. You're behind them. So that's why they'll play well because they're good players, but I can tell, I know them intimately, they don't sound comfortable because you're moving behind them instead of in front of them. So it's easy for me to say that. It might be really hard for you to fix, but can you try? Stay ahead of them all the time. In other words, you're giving beats, it's going ba, and then you're giving the beat after they've already arrived.
Okay.
Yeah, Gary, you saw the same thing?
Yeah, first of all, there's great joy in your conducting. You smile, you look at them, the countenance is quite beautiful. And I can see this, but sometimes it's a reaction rather than an instruction. And if you use your left hand, your conducting hand, excuse me, sometimes if he were to play exactly where you moved that to show time,
it'd be behind.
He'd have to, yeah. It wouldn't work. So be careful about what you're insisting. You're telling two different things. Here we want time, here we want phrasing. Just try to get them so that they all match and so they're in time. Okay?
Are you feeling subdivision when you're conducting?
Not in this particular piece, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm trying to focus more on the line than
Of course. And ideally we have to do both, which is challenging. Both. I said that word wrong. Sorry. Both. We have to do both all the time. So can you try to add those two elements? All that beautiful expressiveness, but yeah, going. Okay? Give it a shot. You may not hear it because you don't stand in front of them every day, but I hear a difference in their tone color, in the way they're playing rhythmically. You're now in the right place. So what did you change just there?
I thought about the tempo. I just thought about things faster in my head.
Okay.
His energy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, the whole thing has changed. All right, can we see it again now? I stopped you only to say good job. Now let's do it again and keep it going.
I have one quick question. And it's always like one more layer always. So they get to the point where they get to the top of that phrase, and you get right here. Where is it? Da da dee da 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 dee da da dee. So you get da 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 da, and then you move your hand down. So da dee. Watch what if you're going to use that gesture with your left hand, and I would encourage that. Just make sure that what you're asking is what you're getting. In other words, start right there again. Would you play in the horn? Just play that tune right where you start.
Yeah.
Yeah, just play that. Yeah.
So I shouldn't show up. I'm thinking showing them a arousal point right there on that top.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Okay.
And the question, Lebarron, is what happens after the arrival? Is it be-da, or
That's
is it
it.
ba-dee-da-da? It carries beyond the moment. At least I think it does. Do you?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to, but ba-dee-da-da. It would be like hitting a baseball like that, right? There's the point of contact, but you have to continue the motion through, or it feels stilted a little bit. Want to try again?
So do you ever sing when you look at your scores, like you're in your office or you're at home and you have a score? Do you ever like sing this stuff?
Yes, sir. I try to visualize it and hear it in my head, but as well as sing what I want to hear.
Yeah, you know how he was saying, listen to like the Atlanta Symphony, and one time they crescendo and one time they diminuendo, and the next time they do something else. That is, and how quiet it was. And remember how hard that was to do, everybody? That's hard to do. It's hard to be quiet that long. It's hard to quiet yourself that long without feeling strange about doing it. But that's exactly what you have to do. So a lot of the time, I mean, I learn more when I don't have a baton in my hand. Then when I put the baton in my hand, actions speak louder than words. So if you're thinking about something and doing this, you're going with this, not what's inside. You gotta sing it, and then you'll dee da dee da 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 da. What's a vision here? What is it that feels so warm to you? What is it that's? I don't think there's greater music for band than this anywhere. I just think it's phenomenal music. Every time I hear it, I don't know how many times. How many times have you guys heard the whole suite? A billion. Are you sick of it? No, not ever, because it's worth it. It's worth the time. So allow yourself to go with that and try to get your players to respond to what you want, rather than a gesture of convenience, or because you look good. Just make sure that you're getting what you want. We start again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this has got to be information overload for you, but that's
Yeah.
why we're recording it. Nothing may happen right now, but over the next few weeks it may.
That's the whole point. Yeah.
Yeah, what sound do you want out of the bassoons at the beginning? Can you sing what you want them to sound like?
Bum, 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 bum.
And isn't it remarkable, when you sing it, your gesture's way better. You were showing them a 50% staccato, 50% legato before. Now, guys, just do this. Sing it, and I didn't say sing it and conduct it. I just said sing it, and you showed the best gesture we've seen so far. So attach like that. Boom, boom, boom. And maybe does it have a diminuendo or a crescendo, or is every note the same? You don't even have to tell us, just show us. Okay, here we go. Let's do it once more. But everyone plays at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is what you did. Stand next to James, he's the clarinet player. This is what you did, and then I'm going to do it a different way, and you tell me what's different and what's better. Okay, ready? Same thing. As opposed to. What was different the second time?
The second time you invited them.
And
It was longer.
I stayed with them longer. I finished this thing before I moved on to this thing, right? Everybody has to feel like they're getting your attention. So come back and try. And stay with the bassoons until it's time, and then we'll stop. Until it's time to go to the tune. Stay with them as long as you can. Stay with them. You went away, didn't you? You went away, right?
Yes.
Stay with them. But now you got to them, Julie. Find the halfway point. I know we're out of time. Try it once more. Yeah. It's your turn now. It's your turn.